It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, February the 25th, 2022, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Billy M. Sills, 80 of Salina, Texas, passed away on Saturday, February the 12th. He was born July the 21st, 1941 in Littlefield and lived the majority of his life here in Muleshoe. He was truly an amazing man and will be dearly missed by all that had the honor of knowing him. Billy Sills is survived by his wife, Christine Sills, 5 children, and their spouses, Danny and Heather Sills of Salina, Trina and Mike Webb of Canyon, Betsy Sills and Kenneth Barrett of Alabama, Jimmy and C.J. Sills of San Antonio, Amanda Lamar of Dallas. 10 grandchildren survive him as well, along with 12 great-grandchildren. He is survived by 4 brothers, Kenneth Sills, Clark Sills, Leon Sills, Jimmy Harold Sills, and 2 sisters, Mary Barnett and Ruth Engel. Memorial services will be held right here in Muleshoe at the First Baptist Church on Friday, March the 4th next week at 11 in the morning. There will be a reception to follow at the Civic Center from 2 until 5 p.m. for anyone that would like to visit and pay their respects to the family. Fond memories and expressions of sympathy can be shared at TedDickeyWestFuneral.com for the Sills family. And repeating, Billy Sills, 80 of Salina, former longtime resident of Muleshoe, died on Saturday, February the 12th. A memorial service will be held right here in Muleshoe at the First Baptist Church next week on Friday, March the 4th at 11 a.m. There will be a reception that will follow at the Bailey County Civic Center from 2 until 5 p.m. if you would like to visit with the family. Please keep the family of Billy M. Sills on your prayer list today. Judith Ann Mom Friskup, 81 of Muleshoe, died on Wednesday, February the 23rd here in Muleshoe. She was born August the 15th, 1940, to Roy and Luella Mom in New Ulm, Minnesota. She married her high school sweetheart, Kent Friskup, on October the 10th, 1959. Judy graduated from Winthrop High School in Winthrop, Minnesota in 1958 and attended Gale Institute of Business in Minneapolis. Following graduation, she was employed by Northwest Orient Airlines. During her 53-year marriage to Kent, they lived in Winfield, Kansas, Newton, Kansas, and in 1974 moved to Meeker, Oklahoma, operating the Meeker Livestock Auction and Meeker newspaper. Judy also volunteered as a pink lady at the Shawnee Hospital for 8 years. She was a member of the Meeker First Methodist Church, serving on many committees and as treasurer. Judy loved music, and at every church they attended, you could find her in the choir. She and Kent were charter members of the Meeker Chamber of Commerce and honorary members of the Meeker Roundup Club. Judy also served on the Meeker Senior Housing Board and volunteered for the Meeker Historical Society. She is preceded in death by her husband Kent, her parents, her daughter and son-in-law Debbie and Mike Grissom. Judy is survived by her son Steve Friskup and his wife Robin of Muleshoe, her brother Doug Mom and his wife Karen of LeSueur, Minnesota, her sister-in-law and brother-in-law, Marilyn and Arden DeBoer of Lafayette, Minnesota, her grandchildren, Brandon and Becky Grissom, Tyler and Julie Grissom, all of Highland Ranch, Colorado, Cammie Grissom and her fiancé Juan of Prague, Casey and Justin Morris of Muleshoe, and Jake and Kelsey Ratliff of Lawton, Oklahoma, and her great-grandchildren, Stella and Ezra Kent Grissom, Ryder and Ransom Morris, Lucy and Joaquin Grissom, Hank Cash and London Grissom, and Rhett Ratliff. Services will be held at a later date. Please keep the family of Judy Friskup, 81 of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. She died on Wednesday, February the 23rd. Memorial service for James Jim Howard Seagroves, 81 of Muleshoe, was held earlier in the week on Tuesday afternoon, February 22nd, at the First Baptist Church with Dr. Stacey Connor officiating. Jim died on Thursday, February the 17th here in Muleshoe. You can go to our website, muleshoetv.com, click on the First Baptist tab in the top left corner, and see that live stream of the memorial service for Jim Seagroves. He was born November the 7th, 1940 in Merkel to Stanley Dawson and William Cleo Henley Seagroves, and married Peggy Arrington in Clayton, New Mexico on August the 2nd, 1975. Jim was a true cowboy. He loved horses. He enjoyed participating in rodeos, especially the broncs, bull riding, and team roping. Jim was a member of the AQHA, the NRA, and the 4-H. He was also an artist specializing in pen and ink. Jim was a member of the First Baptist Church in Muleshoe. He is preceded in death by his parents, two sons, James Jarrett Seagroves and Robert Wayne Watson. Jim is survived by his wife, Peggy, his two sons, Benjamin Seagroves, and his wife, Jessie, of Corpus Christi, DeVerne Younger, and his wife, Nicole, of Bertrand, Nebraska, his daughter, Renee Seagroves, of Petite, Texas, his sister, Gail Richardson, and her husband, Ricky, of Muleshoe, a brother, Robert Stanley Seagroves, and his wife, Betty, of West Cliff, Colorado, and he is survived by 11 grandchildren and 18 great-grandchildren. The family suggests memorials be sent to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, 262 Danny Thomas Place, Memphis, Tennessee, 38105. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And please keep the family of Jim Seagroves on your prayer list today. Again, you can see our live stream memorial service for him on our website under the First Baptist tab, top left corner, muleshoetv.com. The funeral service was held Tuesday afternoon at the First Baptist Church with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Well, as we talked about last week in the Muletrain news, the Lady Mules finished their basketball season last week, losing to Shallowater in the area round of the playoffs. But the Lady Mules finished a great season with 21 wins, a 9-1 home record, a by-district round victory, and 4 huge district awards, which include 2021-22 District 3-3A honors went to Kayla Soto, first team All-District, Kylie Hernandez, also first team All-District, Kylie Villa, first team All-District, and Natalie Ambrose was named the co-offensive most valuable player in District 3-3A. So congratulations to these 4 girls. Kayla Soto, Kylie Hernandez, Kylie Villa, all named to the first team All-District basketball. And then Natalie Ambrose was named to the co-offensive most valuable player position. And, of course, their coach is Kim Chafin at Muleshoe High School. And you can see pictured all 4 of these girls, a graphic that the school sent us here in our rotating in our Muletrain news on the screen. Again, congratulations, Kayla Soto, Kylie Hernandez, and Kylie Villa, all first-team All-District, and Natalie Ambrose, co-offensive most valuable player for the 2021-2022 District 3-3A girls basketball team. Well, real special event took place earlier this week in Lubbock as the FBI Dallas Special Agent in Charge, Matthew DeSarno, acknowledged the efforts of 15 area law enforcement agencies for their significant roles in combating crimes against children at a recognition and awards reception held on Wednesday, February the 23rd at the People's Bank in Lubbock. More than 80 crimes against children cases were prosecuted in West Texas. From 2019 to 2021, the 18 investigations highlighted at the reception led to a combined results of more than 270 years in federal prison and 3 life sentences. Again, the reception was took place Wednesday, February 23rd at People's Bank in Lubbock, and they awarded commendations to our Muleshoe Police Chief Benny Parker and Lieutenant Leo Aviles. You can see them pictured on our screen here in the Muletrain news rotating from the Muleshoe Police Departments. Other agencies that were recognized in the area as well: Brownfield Police Department, the Department of Homeland Security Investigations, Hockley County Sheriff's Office, Levelland Police Department, the Lubbock County Sheriff's Office, the Lubbock Police Department, New Deal Police Department, the Plainview Police Department, Shallowater, Slayton, and Snyder Police Departments, the Texas Department of Public Safety, Tulia Police Department, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the Northern District of Texas. Each department should be commended for their dedication to removing individuals from our society who prey on children, said Sac DeSarno. Thousands of children become victims of crime every year, and we must continue to use our combined law enforcement resources to seek justice for victims, their families, and other vulnerable members of our community. 2 FBI director certificates were also presented to recognize the exceptional work and close coordination performed also across the territory by the Lubbock Police Department Detective and FBI Task Force Officer John Bentley, U.S. Attorney's Office, Northern District of Texas, Assistant U.S. Attorney Callie Woolham. Mr. DeSarno explained violent crimes investigations with juvenile victims are complex and sensitive, and the FBI is grateful for Task Force Officer William Bentley and Assistant U.S. Attorney Callie Woolham's contributions to investigating the crimes, conducting thorough prosecutions, all while providing protection for the victims. And you can see pictured on your screen here in the Muletrain News, again, Muleshoe Police Chief Benny Parker, along with Lieutenant Leo Aviles, as they were recognized Wednesday, February the 23rd, with commendations from the FBI at the People's Bank in Lubbock at that reception. And if you want to get more information about that, you can hear from the city manager, Ramon Sanchez, along with Benny Parker, in last week's live stream of the Muleshoe City Council meeting, as that was also the city council where they hired Benny Parker as the new Muleshoe police chief. But they talk about this commendation there in the city council from last week. So congratulations. It's a job well done to Chief Benny Parker and Lieutenant Leo Aviles. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Re-elect for Bailey County Judge Sherry Basir Harrison. She has over 30 years of legal experience. Election day is next week, Tuesday, March the 1st, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. Vote in the Republican primary. Vote early now. Today is the last day. Vote at the Bailey County Courthouse today on Friday, February the 25th, as it ends early voting. Sherry is completing her 24th year of service as a Bailey County elected official. She feels that all of her legal training and working experiences are beneficial in serving the citizens of Bailey County. Again, re-elect Sherry Basir Harrison to Bailey County Judge on the Republican primary. Election day is Tuesday, March the 1st, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. in the Bailey County Coliseum. Vote in the Republican primary, or you can still vote early. Today is the last day, Friday, February the 25th. Go to the Bailey County Courthouse. Political ad paid for by Sherry Basir Harrison. Well, the last day to file for a place on the May 7th general election ballot passed last week on Friday, February the 18th, and these are the candidates that filed for places on the ballot. In the city of Muleshoe, Crystal Alarcon filed for District 1, her incumbent seat, along with Lupe Mendoza for District 2, both incumbents. The same with the Muleshoe Independent School District. The two at-large positions that are up for election, the two incumbents filed for places for re-election, Kevin Morris along with Ashley Turnbow. Then the Muleshoe Area Hospital District. For District 1, the seat that is being held currently by Gail Richardson, Preston Scott Miller filed for his candidacy, and along with District 3, Landon Nichols, and District 5, the incumbent as well, Zona Gatewood. So there will be no contested races, and the only difference will be that Gail Richardson, her seat for District 1 will go to Preston Scott Miller, as no one filed to run against him. Again, District 1, Crystal Alicon. District 2, Lupe Mendoza. The 2 at-large positions for the school board, Kevin Morris and Ashley Turnbow. And then for the hospital district, District 1, Scott Miller. District 3, Landon Nichols. And District 5, Zona Gatewood. All will run unopposed, so they won't have elections for any of those seats. And then we have coming up next week, we have a Republican state primary election and Democratic state primary election. You can still vote early in either of those primaries at the Bailey County Courthouse, and early voting ends today, Friday, February the 25th. Election day is Tuesday, March the 1st, and it will be at the Bailey County Civic Center from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. and vote either in the Republican or the Democratic primary here in the state of Texas. Those on the ballot, we have the sample ballots for both of those primaries. We'll start with the Republican primary. For U.S. Representative District 19, Jody Arrington is running. For Governor, Paul Ballou, Alan B. West, Don Huffines, Rick Perry, Danny Harrison, Candy K. Horn, Greg Abbott, or Chad Prather. For Lieutenant Governor, Daniel Miller, Todd M. Bowles, Dan Patrick, Zach Vance, Tracy Bradford, and Aaron Sorias. For Attorney General on the Republican primary, Louis Gohmert, Eva Guzman, George P. Bush, or Ken Paxton. For Comptroller of Public Accounts, Mark V. Gullaby and Glenn Hagar. For Commissioner of the General Land Office in the Republican primary, Ben Armenta, Don W. Minton, Tim Wesley, Rufus Lopez, Don Buckingham, Weston Martinez, Victor Avila, John Spears. For State Commissioner of Agriculture, Carrie A. Council, Sid Miller, James White. For Railroad Commissioner, Tom Slocum Jr., Wayne Christian, Dwayne Tipton, Marvin Sarge Summers, Sarah Stogner. For Justice of the Supreme Court, Place 3, Deborah Lerman. Justice of the Supreme Court, Place 5, Rebecca Huddle. Justice of the Supreme Court, Place 9, Evan Young or David J. Schenck. For Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 2, Mary Lou Kiel. Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 5, Clint Morgan or Scott Walker. Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 6, Jesse F. McClure III. Member of the State Board of Education, District 15, Jay Johnson or Aaron Kinsey. For State Senator, District 31, Stormy Bradley, Kevin Sparks, Tim Reed, or Jesse Quackenbush. For State Representative, District 88, Ted Hutto or Ken King. The incumbent, Justice 7th Court of Appeals, District Place 4, Larry Doss. District Judge, 287th Judicial District, Catherine H. Gurley. In the county elections that are up on the Republican primary, here, County Judge Sherry Basir Harrison, the incumbent, and Basil Nash. District Clerk Becky Espinoza, unopposed. County Clerk Irene Espinoza, unopposed. County Treasurer Shonda L. Black, unopposed. Justice of the Peace, unopposed, is Rodney Baker. Then on the Republican primary, if you live in Precinct 4 of Bailey County, the Bailey County Commissioners Court Precinct 4 seat is up for election. The incumbent, Jim Daniel, and Shorty Drennan. That's all on the Republican primary that will be in the election on Tuesday, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Courthouse. There's also 10 propositions on the back of the ballot. In the Democratic Party primary election for this Tuesday, we have a sample ballot for that as well. For on the state side, Governor Beto O'Rourke, Rich Wakeland, Ignacio Eno Barrientos, Michael Cooper, or Joy Diaz. For Lieutenant Governor, Mike Collier, Michelle Beckley, and Carla Braley. Attorney General Rochelle Mercedes Garza, Lee Merritt, Mike Fields, Joe Jaworski, or S. T-Bone Rayner. Comptroller of Public Accounts, Tim Mahoney, Janet T. Duding, and Angel Lewis Vega. Commissioner of General Land Office, Michael Lang, Jimmy Sue, Jay Kleesberg, Sandra Martinez. Commissioner of Agriculture, Susan Hayes, Ed Irison. Railroad Commissioner, Luke Warford. Justice Supreme Court Place 3, Aaron A. Knoll. Justice of the Supreme Court Place 5, Amanda Rychek. Justice of the Supreme Court Place 9, Julia Maldonado. And Judge Court of Criminal Appeals Place 5, Dana Huffman. Judge Court of Criminal Appeals Place 6, Robert Johnson. That's all on the Democratic primary ballot that you can vote early today on Friday, February the 25th at the Bailey County Courthouse, or vote on Election Day, Tuesday, March the 1st, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. It is time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe, your locally hometown home-owned pharmacy. See Christine Isaacson or Crystal Alicon, the helpful pharmacists, or any of their great employees at 1411 West American Boulevard right here in Muleshoe, 806-272-7511. They're open Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Come in the store, call them, 806-272-7511, or use their convenient drive-thru on the west side of the building. They also will deliver to your home right here in the Muleshoe area. And they are looking to hire a delivery driver right now. Contact K&K Pharmacy for more details, 806-272-7511. K&K Pharmacy, again, needs to hire a delivery driver here for the Muleshoe area. Contact the store, K&K Pharmacy, for more details, 806-272-7511. Well, we're in the middle of a really cold snap here in the Muleshoe area this week. As Monday, we started off pretty warm. 71 was the high and 32 was the low. Then Tuesday, 53 was the high, 15 was the low. Wednesday, the high was only 30 with a low of 8. And then yesterday on Thursday, the high was 48, but the low was -1. And then so far this morning, our low has been 14 degrees. And our high right now, as of 11:30, recording the Muletrain, it is 25 degrees outside. We will warm up, as the forecast calls for a high today around 44 degrees and mostly cloudy conditions. South-southeast winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that was what was really bitterly cold yesterday afternoon, as the wind got up and was extremely frosty. Looking at our forecast for this evening and overnight, partly cloudy, low around 11 tonight. Southeast winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Then tomorrow on Saturday, beginning the weekend, sunny, high near 48 degrees. East-southeast winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 14. Calm wind becoming north-northwest around 5 miles per hour after midnight. Sunny on Sunday, high near 58, northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest in the afternoon. Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 21. Partly sunny on Monday, much warmer with a high around 65 degrees, southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then Monday night, partly cloudy, low around 24, west-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming north after midnight. Sunny on Tuesday, high near 67. North winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Then mostly clear Tuesday night, low around 25. Wednesday, sunny, even warmer, high near 71 degrees. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, low around 31. Then Thursday, mostly sunny, high around 72 degrees. So we'll stay pretty chilly with a high of 44 today, high 48 on Saturday. And then Sunday, a high 58, but then next week it will gradually warm up into the lower 70s through midweek. So we'll welcome that much warmer weather coming up next week. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, today on Friday, February 25th, the Muleshoe schools will have an early release. Muleshoe High School at least will have an early release. I'm not sure about the rest of the schools, but I think they might as well. As this afternoon, beginning at 1 p.m., they will start the Mule Relays, the track meet at Muleshoe High School at the Benny Douglas Stadium. Yesterday, on Thursday, they had the track meet for junior high, and today an early release at 12:30, and the Mule Relays all this afternoon. Also, baseball and softball is in full swing now. JV Mule team will be in action at a tournament in Abernathy today. The varsity Lady Mule softballs team will be in a tournament at River Road today, and the varsity Mules team baseball will be in the Tulia tournament and taking on Shamrock. Then tomorrow, varsity softball will be at River Road again. JV baseball in the Abernathy tournament. And the Mule baseball team at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon will take on Tulia, take on Childress in the Tulia tournament. So good luck to the baseball and softball teams as they are in action at several tournaments this weekend. And, of course, the Mule Relays track meet all going on this afternoon at Benny Douglas Stadium. We also want to wish Robert and Ann Johnson a very, very happy 60th wedding anniversary. I think they actually celebrated the actual date yesterday on Thursday, February the 24th. But they'll get together with a lot of family and friends and celebrate this weekend. Hope that you have a wonderful 60th wedding anniversary to Robert and Ann Johnson. February is CTE month, and Muleshoe High School is showing off their many varied options in CTE courses that they offer. And we released on Tuesday on our social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, and the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, a video that highlights several of those offerings, including MHS robotics, welding, vet science, marketing, and floral design. We'll have another one that highlights some more of those programs coming up next week as well. But the welding classes, you can meet many of those students are under the direction of Brandon Thomason, and they explain their projects and show you some of the neat things they're doing in those welding classes. And they're all going to San Angelo tomorrow on Saturday, February the 26th, to the San Angelo Ag Mechanic Show with those projects that you can see in our video. So good luck to those Brandon Thomason students in the welding at Muleshoe High School. But watch that. Again, we highlight robotics, welding, vet science, marketing, and floral design. We'll have another video highlighting some more of those programs, CTE programs at high school next week. Well, this past Tuesday, February the 22nd, the First United Methodist Church had their annual Soul Stew Supper after a couple years not having it due to the pandemic. They started the tradition back up, and they delivered a wonderful stew meal to people all over the area. I delivered out into the country to Circleback and Maple and West Camp. The First Methodist Church served over 260 stew meals on Tuesday evening right here in the Muleshoe area, and that is all spearheaded by the Mission Committee and Berta Combs, but everyone in the whole church helps out, volunteers for this stew meal, and they served this past Tuesday, February 22nd, 260 stew meals right here in the Muleshoe area. Legacy 5 gospel group will be in concert this not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, March 5th at 6 in the evening at Calvary Baptist Church, 1733 West Avenue C. Everyone is invited. The concert is free, but a love offering will be taken for the group. Again, Legacy 5 Gospel Group will be in concert Saturday, March the 5th at 6 p.m. at Calvary Baptist Church, 1733 West Avenue C. Everyone is invited. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated, Muleshoe, for you, for your family, for your community, and for your country. Find out how you can get vaccinated right here in Muleshoe at either of the clinics offered by the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Call 806-272-4524. They also remind you to continue your recovery close to home. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, the Muleshoe Area Medical Center Swing Bed Program can help. Call the Swing Bed Coordinator for more information at 806-272-4524 or go to their website, muleshoehospital.com/recovery. On your prayer list today, please remember Terry Byers, Gabby Stone, Joe Jinks, former longtime resident who is now in Lubbock. Keep Betty Noble on your prayer list today, J.W. Harrington, Carolyn Stovall, Ed and Carol Cox, Kearney Scoggin, Marjorie Morgan, Wanda Cockerham. Remember Larry Combs and Dorothy Wire, Sue Basir, Pat King, Tom and Linda Watson, the Judy Griswold family, and Judy Griswold and her family, Melba King, Marshall Cook. Please keep our President, America, all of our governmental elected and appointed officials and world leaders on your prayer list today. Please, as there is uncertainty in our world today, keep Jerry Hicks on your prayer list today and Doris Scott, Ruby Green. Keep Mom, Megan Reynolds on your prayer list as we continue to go twice a week to speech therapy in Lubbock. Keep Travis and Sue Basir on your prayer list today, along with Jim Young, Carolyn Johnson Turner, and her husband Royce needs to be on your prayer list today. Remember those grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including Billy Sills. Keep that family on your prayer list today. Judy Friskup, the family of Jim Seagroves needs to be on your prayer list. Linda Jane Gossett, the family of Nona Marlowe as well, needs to remain on your prayer list. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program along with all our older archived ones available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Chambers County, birds, ducks, alligators. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
When the Wallace family got to what is now Chambers County in 1825, there wasn't much civilization there.
Just miles and miles of prairie land. They kept big fires going at night to keep the alligators away, and this area was full of wildcats and bears.
The family named the place Wallaceville. Marie Hughes says the town became a thriving place in the mid-1800s.
There was a lot of schooners here. Wallaceville was one of the principal shipping ports. They had sawmills and they had shipbuilding. Charcoal was made here. Schooners were used to deliver all of the product to Galveston. The roads that they had were very poorly constructed, and so their best mode of transportation was water.
Rice and cotton became principal crops. Much of the lumber and bricks for structures in Galveston came from Chambers County.
This area had the best clay along the banks of the Trinity for making brick.
The county's rich history goes back centuries and has evidence of Native American, French, Spanish, and Anglo cultures. The Chambers County Museum in Wallaceville celebrates the history on February 5th, Heritage Day.
This is our main fundraiser.
Visitors enjoy raffles, auctions, entertainment, and a gumbo cook-off.
We're hoping to get at least 10 teams to compete. We'll have some judges here judging their gumbo, and then we'll be selling their gumbo too.
Late last year, the body of Sonny Boy Saunders, a Navy man killed during the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, was brought home and buried on December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day.
Multitudes of people showed up to honor him. When they left the funeral home, the procession went past all of the schools where the school children were all standing out there with their flags. It was just wonderful to see the support. The things that are going on in the world today, I think we were ready to celebrate a hero.
Items from his military career will be on display during Heritage Day.
Paperwork, the flag that covered his coffin when he arrived, and his Purple Heart, his photos. They're bringing all of that here to the museum.
Marie Hughes of the Chambers County Museum at Wallaceville. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.